Yeah. If you're waiting on me, you back it up. All right. So let's see. A couple of business announcements, as far as keeping the housekeeping. Let's see. In 2 weeks, Ryan and I will be at the Surete convention in South Carolina. And Bader will take care of the Saturday group as they come out. Bob and Kathy couldn't make it tonight because Kathy was working overtime. And I will be posting more videos and things on those lines as we go along. We have don't forget, in May, second Saturday, we'll be back in Carthage. I don't know what that date is. Vicki, do you know what that day is?
The 13th.
13th.
Mother's Day weekend.
What?
Mother's Day weekend.
Oh man. Okay. Well, good. It's Mother's Day weekend. So I'll be lighting an incense for my mom on that day. Does anybody else have any announcements? No? Okay. Well, if anything comes up, don't forget, now, if you think of something that you feel like would be important on a mental meal or something you'd like to make an announcement in the class to or to everybody else, just shoot me an email or a text. Most of y'all already have my phone number. And then I could just make a note of it so we take care of stuff when we come in. Now, Ryan, I told him that this evening he could decide what we wanted to work on. And he wants us to work on rolling the marble a little bit. So y'all can thank him for the pain you're about to endure. And his phone number is, you can send him emoticons. All right, but before we do, we'll warm up a little bit. And we're going to make some big knee circles. It is absolutely gorgeous out here this evening. Feels like it's about, what, 68, 70, something like that? Yeah, it's perfect. Go the other way. Good. Let's walk it up a little bit. We'll do some hip action. Oh, something snapped. I remember those days when I would say something like, Lordy, Lordy, I feel like I'm 40. And now I'm going, I wish I did. Oh my goodness. All right, let's roll it the other way. Oh, wow. And I did a nice little workout today too. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do some Tiger Licks This Mane. Yeah. Hey, y'all can't hear, but we got grunting and groaning online too.
It's that rotator cuff.
Well, you do the little kitten licks its mane. How about that? We'll do the little version. I mean, it's almost where Ryan's in the same boat as some of you. I was in the same boat as some of you. This exercise and grind the rice changed my life. Well, yeah, the lightening, the posture. Yeah. In fact, let's do grind the rice. Let's put one leg forward, palm out, shift it back. Make sure you get that hand underneath, reach back. Don't shortcut me. Let's do 2 more. Whoop, whoop. And rest. Let's change it up. Oh, I apologize if those of you on TV land can hear this snapping in my left shoulder through the mics.
There's something missing. There's no snapping today.
No snapping. Lucky bugger. Good. All right. Let's spread the feet out. And pour the heat from the heart. Tip it over and pour the heat out. Oh, yeah, baby. Good. Come up, then untilt. Then we tilt to the other side and then drop it down. Yes. Good. Bring it up. Even it out. Good. Okay. Now, let's cross one foot over the other. Very gently, just slide yourself down toward the earth. Tie your shoe if you can get to it. Oh, come on now. Woo! Two more breaths. Good. Bring it up. Did you write your name in the sand back there, Bader? No. Maybe if you had a stick in your hand. All right, let's cross it over. Yeah, use the sweat as it's dripping off your head. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, crap, something snapped. You heard that, Bader? Oh, yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gets you right where you live, doesn't it? Two more breaths. Stay upright right there, Ken. You got it. You look a little wobbly to me, son. Let's bring it up. Oh, yeah. Whew. All right. So, good. Now, before we get into more of the meat, let's do a little quieting work. So I'd like for you to just kind of use your hands a little bit and rock back and forth, heels to toes. Let your hands just kind of float with it. I'm going to move to the side. You see my palms go back when I go back. Now let them rock forward. These are more or less just mindful motion exercises. Gentle enough that almost anybody can do them. Let's do two more. Good. Now take one hand, put it on your abdomen, one on your heart. Fill in the teacup exercise. Remember, the breath fills at the bottom of the hips. As it fills up your body, it passes by the ribs and the lip of the cup. Is that your shoulders? Then you reverse that process on the way down. One more time. And let both hands float down to the lower abdomen. Coordinating the breath with the action. Let the hands lightly raise up as you breathe in, all the way up. And then gently let them come down as you exhale. 7 times. Two more times. Good. Now, this time you'll stack one hand on top of the other, like so. Thank you. Now, as you breathe in, you'll take the lower hand, reach it back, and then as it circles around, the thumb will face the nose and drop it straight down the center line, and then it becomes the upper hand. It's a half prayer exercise. Breathe in, gathering yourself. Exhale, come down the line, centering yourself. For a moment, you'll be in a half prayer and the hand folds. 2 more to each side. One more time. And just bring the hands by the side. Right. Okay. Now, the next exercise we're going to do, the first one is basically right out of Bakwa, but it kind of goes with the same practice we'll do tonight. And I recently worked with someone on this a little bit more privately, but it does help learn what you're looking for in your footwork. So what you want to do is, I'm going to use my outside leg first, is to imagine a paper plate on the floor. Say you're on a wood floor and you got a paper plate underneath your foot. So when the foot is back, see how my foot is still flat on the earth, even when it's behind me? And then I take and roll the paper plate, move the paper plate as far as you can forward, and then slide it back. Now you'll feel your hip and all engage when you do that. Don't shift your weight. This isn't about a weight shift. This is about you finding your hip motion and your ability to dorsiflex. And of course, it burns that leg you're standing on a little bit too. No extra charge for that. That's free. Let the bacon fry, Sifu Chin used to say. Woo! Everybody feeling it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Good. Let's take a little break. Shake it out a little bit. Now, just as a user tip in the future, whichever leg is your weakest leg, do it first. Stand on it first, right? Because it will help. I'm going to flip the other way so everybody here can see me. But all you're going to do now is the other leg. So slide it back. Part of the reason this practice is so important is for exactly being on this uneven terrain like we are now. No, that's not fair. There was a stick under my foot. Now, Sifu Chin used to explain it like just rolling a marble. If you rolled a marble as far back as you could, then rolled it under your foot to the front and then to the back. Tougher than it looks, is that what you said? Oh, yeah. Do a couple more. And you can take a break and try to do a few more. You know, it's not torture camp unless your name's Ken. And then you don't get a break. Or if there's a Ken, a part of your name, right? So if your name was Shukin, you're still doing it. Connect and rest. Take a little break. Okay. Now to balance that out a little bit, turn the toes in and let's do some inverted T squats. I'm sorry, some people stance squats. Take it down and up. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so now let's take that exercise and let's apply it. And we'll use the fire set as a great place to practice it. Now you can practice it with your Yang 24 or later for some of you old style practitioners, Ryan, Bader, Speed, when you're doing, for example, single whip or cannon fist or any of those actions where you have the bird stepping action, you should have that coming through, okay? So it shouldn't be this big rock heel toe. You should move and slide across the earth, okay? That's the feeling that you'll have when you do it properly. Now, when you're in the fire set, Yang 24, and you're just trying to get strong enough to do that, then let's go through that, okay? I tell you what, let's do it like this, like we usually do, okay? You face this way, so y'all are watching Ryan, okay? All right, hands are going to float. We're going to walk through the fire set. Paying attention to rolling the marble. Hold the baby. And it starts now. You slide, roll the marble with your left foot out, and then shift your weight. Then you hold the marble, and now your right foot. Hold the marble. Hold the baby, roll the marble, and come up, reach up and out. And now we're going to shift. When you shift, make sure your rear end is over your foot. Don't break your foundation. Okay. The hand floats, comes to rest on to the wrist. Now, pressing. Wash the back of your hand. Draw it down. Let the hands empty a little bit. Then come down and out. Wow, beautiful. And you hold the moon and sit back. Now, right here, take a moment. Just feel upright, nice and tall, poised, proud, and then turn. Now you turn as far as it will go, then you drop the foot, slide the weight across, then unwind just a little. Good. Separate the clouds. Hold the baby. Roll the marble out. Good. Shift the weight a little bit. Turn the waist. Reach up and out. Good. Take a breath. Then you reach out a little bit and roll the hands and then float back. Keep the spine up. Smile on your face. Let the hand float and come to rest onto the wrist. Front toe is down, bend the front knee, shift the weight, and then press into it. Wash the back of your hand. Slide the hands back. Empty. And then press. Out, pushing out. There you go. Good. Sit back. Clear the table. Draw it all the way around to where you're ready in your single whip. There you go. Good. Roll the marble out. Then bend the front knee. Unfold the waist. And single whip. Sit back. Fan the arms over to the corner. There you go. Then turn the waist back, return to the same place. Keep that arm long and strong. Open up. Crinkles wings. Then the hands return to neutral at the heart level and the toe rises. Then you clear the table going the other way. Get this together first and foremost, and then you roll the marble across the earth, bend that knee, shift the weight, and then unfold the waist into single whip. Then I slide back, fan the arms over. God. And then I come turning all the way down and open. Crinkles wings. Good. Then they return to normal. Right there at neutral. All right. Listen to the seashell. There you go. Roll that marble out. Oh, yeah. Turn the waist. And there you are in your brush knee. Turn that toe out just a little bit and then raise it up. Golden rooster stands on one leg. And step back into your hand lift. Good. Now, fold the hand. Now, roll the marble out. Shift. Keep the spine upright. Good posture. Check it before you move again. Check everything. Good. Toe out. And bring it up. Golden rooster. Step it back. Hand lift. Nice. Good. Roll the hands. Good. They rise up to the ear. Extend that foot just a little bit if you can. Then shift forward. Backhand. Intercept. And now the white snake stretches out. Sit back. Good. Then it rolls through the grass. And then center punch. The hand floats under the elbow. And two-hand push. Good. Reach up and out a little bit. Turn it. Roll back. Upright. The hand floats up to the ear. Then backhand. Intercept. Sitting back. Roll. The white snake stretches out. Center punch. Hand floats under elbow. And I want you to sit back now. Turn and push the sky. Then step out. Don't rip pants and gather the clouds. Hold it up in a crossed hand. Stay right there. There you are in your crossed hand. As you exhale this time, turn the hands down toward the earth, push down a little bit, stand up tall with pride in yourself. Let the hands collect by the sides. Okay. All right. So before, did you have any questions? No? How was that? Did it work okay? Okay, good. Good. Yeah. How about online? Was that good for everybody?
Best fire set that I've experienced in terms of my mind keeping up with what my body needed to do.
Okay. Vicki said it was the best fire set experience she's had thus far with her mind and body staying together. Mechanically working on the rolling the marble can be very helpful for you as far as your leg strength and stamina. All right. It also adds a tether to your practice. So it helps you slow down and pay attention, tethering your mind to what you're trying to do. So you don't just, as Ryan said earlier, you don't just stick your foot out there and fall. That's a mindless act. Okay. And sometimes it's not necessarily because you're trying to be mindless. It's that you're being so mindful and concentrating on your hands that you totally forget about your feet. And you're a whole person, right? And so learning to develop the cognitive spectrum to be able to monitor yourself from head, byway to bubbling wells. That takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, okay, to develop not just the cognitive spectrum to be able to be attentive to the whole scan, but to be attentive to it throughout time. Now you got stamina on top of it. Okay. But the weakest part of most people's cognitive spectrum and their ability to communicate with themselves is with their lower body. Okay. And then again, I tell patients this all the time, is that it's part of the reason that falling is one of the number one contributors to death after the age of 60, right? Because most people don't have any idea what their feet are doing. In fact, they actually set it up so you don't have to. But any questions online, Karen, Bob?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I like the
All right.
paper plate practice.
You like the paper plate practice? You can practice that with an actual marble. A plate's kind of tough in the beginning, because it is that flat. Okay, so it is really tough. But you can actually practice with one of those little throw rugs too, the ones that just slide on a hardwood floor back and forth. Something that's a little higher is much easier than a flat paper plate, unless you're like my grandma and you had those thick wicker paper plate holders. Those things were perfect. I used to have some, right? And I used to use those all the time when I first started. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Yeah,
Thank
Bye.
you.
that was